So this has been it. 2020 is pretty much done at this point. It has been a quite interesting year. It certainly has not gone as probably anybody would have expected it to go. This actually is a very interesting year. Initially, I really wanted to start a YouTube channel, and the whole idea has been all the time to try to share and maybe tell people how I work, what are the things that I do, and what I have learned over the years. I'm not pretending I am a genius, I'm not pretending that I'm the best at managing products or building new products, but when you have been in an industry and working in tech for a certain amount of years, there is a point that you obviously start to understand what things are going, what is that is clicking, what people are missing, especially for people that are starting in product management and working with products and building businesses around these products. And try to raise up these things and try to help others being able to grow in their path to be the product managers that they want to be. So I was thinking about starting this YouTube channel already probably in the end of 2019, but it was a tough decision to make actually. It was actually really hard to see that, how can I build this? Do people even want to listen to me? Well, the reality is that the end of the year is now, and yes, there has been some videos that has not gotten much views or pretty much anything at all, and there has been some of them that have been more successful. I have to admit I have taken it a little bit chill. I haven't tried to promote it very heavily among people that I know and people that I know in the industry, so I've been pretty quiet, probably among other things, because everybody, at least I get the feeling that everybody's going to be like, oh yeah, another wannabe YouTuber or something like that, when I'm really just thinking more about how can I help others in the industry. And I think that actually not until February did I dare to actually start filming the first video. I actually didn't purchase anything other than just a relatively okay microphone and a tripod for the camera. Otherwise I just use things that I have at home. But it took a long time to do that first video. It took a long time actually to record it. I had no idea how many times I was recording that one and feeling really frustrated, because talking to a camera is very different from talking to an audience. I'm really bad at memorizing things, and I'm good at just handling some points and then talking about them. So I can present from that point of view, but I cannot memorize a script. And I remember trying to memorize the scripts in the beginning, that was not working for me. So I just eventually managed to, after a couple of times, probably a whole day of takes, managed to record the first video. Probably had never watched it again. It would be an embarrassing experience at this point. But only to do that step, the fact that I did it, the fact that it probably sucked, but actually the fact that I'm there to put it out, to put it publicly available to everybody, that was a huge step on itself. It was really embarrassing, and it was really something that I was very concerned and aware that people were at that point looking at me and maybe watching the video, even if those were those few tens of views that I was getting in the very beginning. But that helped me to actually start. And then eventually I actually think that I did manage to do the whole editing and get over the fear of publishing it in the beginning of April, if I remember correctly. That was when I started publishing the videos. And then since then I've been trying to upload once a week a video and trying to always adapt a little bit the style that I'm doing this, and maybe trying to make it a little more entertaining or more interesting and more to the point, because it's something that sometimes maybe it's not so easy to learn. So 2020 overall, it has been a really interesting year. It started a very busy year, work-wise anyways, and I have another job in tech, and that has been a very busy year during 2020. Of course, if you are selling products online, it's actually something that for those businesses in general, it has not been a bad year. It has been a difficult year, but it has not been like a horrible year like it has been for many companies that are in the brick and mortar area. But I believe, or I think that for tech companies, and when I have talked with other companies and what you see around and the videos that have been, or channels that I've been following in YouTube, you can see that people have been really busy, especially people that are in tech and people that are working in businesses that are pretty much based online. For me, this has been also a year of great opportunities. I think that this YouTube has been a great opportunity in general for me. It has helped a lot for me also in my daily job, because it helps a lot in how do you want to structure your messaging, how do you want to structure your pitch deck, how do you want to sell, how do you want to pitch ideas. So it has helped a lot for me to focus and understand and try to build the stories when you are actually working with others, and how can you present in a more interesting way, in a nicer and more engaging way with the people that you have with you, your stakeholders, the people that you collaborate with. So for that, I think that this has been a really great year for me to learn and to understand and see how things can be done in different ways. And for the next year, I think that this has been such a nice eye-opening situation, or eye-opening experience, that I think that for the next year I actually will like to try a lot of things, especially within this channel. I don't like to do New Year's promises. I think that that's kind of a bad excuse not to actually learn and adapt all the time while you are working. So remember, Agile is telling you all the time that you had to improve, that you had to adapt the ways that you do things continuously and not once a year. So I think that this whole experience now, I have been trying to see how could I improve. I have been looking at quite many other channels in YouTube about how they do the work, and actually this has given me ideas of how could I make more, maybe the messaging and the way that I actually talk and explain things and different topics in the videos in a more engaging way, in a more interesting way, and in a way that people want to watch those videos more. And probably I'm going to be trying some other ideas, and you probably will see them published relatively soon. So I would like to see your comments and your thoughts on those ones. 2020 has been a very interesting year, and it has been a very humbling experience, I have to say, to start this YouTube channel with all the nerve-wracking of am I getting views, or oh my god, I'm getting a lot of views, and to see the responsibility that I feel when I'm talking in front of the camera, of what I'm saying that it makes sense, that is something that you as a viewer are going to appreciate. So this is my last video this year. I would like to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Thank you to all of you who are there coming to see these videos. It doesn't matter if you are just one person that comes here and watches maybe half a minute of the video, or if you are the one that comes and regularly watches the videos that I've been publishing. I really want to thank you all, because it has taught me a lot when I see that people are not watching much of the videos, or people are watching a lot of the videos, to understand how my messaging works. And yes, I know that I'm by no means perfect and that I had to improve a lot, but as Agile teaches, we had to improve continuously, and we had to learn continuously and adapt. And this is what I'm going to be trying by delivering continuously the videos to you. I just want to say thank you one last time, and I will see you next year. Stay safe.